a little while. Okay, so today we'll be going over the map that I'm starting on. It's called MP Mall, and it's going to be a big mall basically. As you can see, I've started on these are going to be automatic doors when I'm finished. Right now, I only have one room done. No draw decals, of course. I've caulked the whole thing. It's all ready to go basically in the aspect that this one room is finished. However, there's an entire mall left to finish. If you see, I've added a bunch of detail, attention to detail. We've got the metal rungs, not rungs, handles. Like as you're going out, you might want to hold on to the handle. I don't know why. We've got small padding right there leading onto the carpet. That's going to be changed from metal texture. I just have it temporarily metal. These walls will be covered with clothing racks, and we're going to have desks all throughout the building. We're also going to have one main cashier's desk right here. Right here we've got a door, and if you can see, this door, when you fire at it or when you bash at it, it's going to fall backwards. I've got a trigger damage right here, meaning when you hit it or when you cause any damage to it, it's going to trigger whatever it's supposed to trigger, which I'm going to script to be the door. These right here are supposed to look like hinges. There are 3 up and down. I've added a bunch of detail by adding in a doorknob, and this is all a brush model, meaning the door along with the doorknob is all one model technically, as considered by the game, and this is all going to fall over. Now back here I've got a boiler along with some real metal pipes, and it's pretty cool. This took me a long time to design. Actually, I couldn't get the I couldn't get it right, so I had to design it out on graph paper, a cylinder, and then I ended up using blocks, square blocks, as my guides to create these, and then I put on the metal cylinders that go around it, connecting each piece. And as you can see, the boiler has a larger area going out. I'm not sure if I'm going to leave this cylindrical or if I'm going to switch it to a circle, not a circle, a square. But as you can see right now, it's not completely finished. I still have a bunch of detail that I have to go over on that. The pipes back here. This is going to be basically cargo holding. It's going to have all the boxes of clothing back here. And out in the back, we're going to have a loading zone. It's going to have a drop-off right here. And there are going to be trucks lined up on the road that's going to, well, not road, but behind the mall right here. So it has like a L shape go down. Actually, it'll come out first, and it'll go down and over. And this will be the road. That'll be just an upper area that's lined up with the top of the trucks. It's all caulked. It's all no draw decaled on the glass. We've got actual glass textures here. I'm not sure how they'll turn out when it's finished. I've never used glass textures on CoD 4. In fact, I've never mapped for CoD 4. I've mapped for CoD 1, UO, and World at War, but not much on World at War. I just helped a friend out. As you can see, it's not to scale right now. I've got it way too tall, at least the doors as such. I'm trying to, though. I want to. Now, back here, once again, I'm going to have stacks of cardboard boxes, basically. And those stacks of cardboard boxes are going to basically have some writing on them. So if anyone has any ideas for that, go ahead and tell me. Also, if you have any ideas for metal pipes, I was thinking about having one coming out of the top and going straight down through, just to make it look, fairly nice. As you can see, we've already textured the roof, textured the carpet. The walls are all finished. All the metal pieces have metal textures on them, but they're not finished. No, not finished. I don't even know what to do with the doors. I want them to look real, realistic, but it doesn't look too realistic to me. Alright, so I've got my little brother here as well, and he's going to be asking some questions for those of you who are new to Call of Duty, like what are these, or what is this, or what are you going to do about that, or the other. Seeing as how he's 9, there will be some good questions for those of you who don't know much about Call of Duty. So go ahead, Christian. What's your first question?
I think it's really cool, Kyle, but what are those yellow things sticking out of the ground?
The yellowish orange things are what are called deathmatch spawns, and that means if you're playing the game type deathmatch, then these are going to be where you will spawn in, or where you will pop up when the game starts. And they're at random locations, other than back here, because you have to be able to hit this door down. And the reason they're at those random locations is you don't want to spawn right next to someone else, because then you'll just turn and kill them, and it'll be a weird mess.
What's that red thing coming out of the ground?
Now this red thing is known as a player spawn, and the player spawns, they're just necessary in the game for certain types of scripting. Now if you player starts, I'm sorry, not player spawns. It's an information for the game. Next, Christian.
What's that little green cube and the other green cubes in the floor?
Now I don't have much experience with these, but they're called reflection probes, and I know you're supposed to place them where they can't see each other, and basically they allow the game to render the quality higher. So it basically goes through and it's like thinking about what it'll look like if you're standing right here. It's like, okay, that's going to look like this. This is going to look like this. This is going to look like this. That right there, it's going to look like that. Alright, next question, Christian.
Why does that door have trig written backwards on it?
Now these are known as trigger textures, and basically what happens is not only do you have to apply certain class names and targets and such, which is class name trigger damage and target name door trigger, but you've also got to apply a texture trigger so that it won't come up in game as being a solid place that you can't walk through. Now this is an advanced part of scripting that most people who map for Call of Duty know about. Most people who don't map for Call of Duty won't know about it. But okay, let's move on to the next question.
Well, I don't really have a next question.
Alright, don't you want to know why the top of this has caulk written on it?
Yes.
Alright, caulk is a common texture that's used in the tools, and the reason it's used is to make sure that something is solid, but so that you can't see it. So if I were up here, it would just be invisible. I could literally see through it. And it decreases the amount of time it's going to take to render something. Rendering meaning when you're actually compiling it, which you have to compile it into a .bsp, which is binary space particle, and we can go into all the details on that if you want to, but I don't think you really want to. There's not much, reasoning for that. But what it does is it creates it in a format that the game can read. And right now it's in .map format, map format, or actually I think it's D3D MAP. Or no, D3D BSP is what it creates. Alright, any other questions?
Not really.
Alright. One more thing I want to address before I sign off, I guess, is no-draw decals. Now, these no-draw decals are, they were recommended by a Call of Duty mapping board for glass textures, and I've never used glass textures in COD 4 Radiant. I've barely used COD 4 Radiant in the first place. Most of the time I leave open windows with a little bit of broken glass or something like that. In fact, I might end up doing that later on, but right now I want to have, nice automatic sliding doors, or maybe even an open archway for now. Well, not right now, but for later. I might have an open archway, but this setup I'm thinking about using for the outside of the door. I like how, or not the outside of the door, the outside of the mall. I like how this looks. I like this style. The whole, it's got a nice little railing for you to hold on to when you walk into the mall and stuff like that. So I might copy this out and make a bunch of these over in a corner of the mall where you're going to come in. If you want to know the designs right now, we're going to have, this is the first floor. There's going to be a basement floor. There's going to be a second floor and a third floor. The second floor over here is going to have a raised area right over in this general area. It's going to have a raised area that basically is just there for two other stores to be on the second floor, where they wouldn't be able to if you didn't have that raised area. After that, let's see, what else is there? Over here is going to be a courtyard. First floor over there is going to be a food court, and we're also going to have some nice areas with grass growing. Not really grass, but nice looking plants. Over here, there are going to be more stores across the hall. There's going to be another store right here. It's going to be a jewelry store. And I'm not sure what to do about the skylights. If anyone has a design idea, I'd like you to comment on the video. Christian, any more comments, ideas?
Why is there just plain space all over the place?
Alright, why is it so plain all over the place is what he's asking. Now the reason it's so plain all over the place is this is all area that I haven't used yet. This is the area that I have used. This nice rectangular looking thing, which is actually, I believe, more or less a square. I don't remember if it's an exact square. I don't remember, when I was going through it. Let's see. Four, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 9. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 9. Yeah, it's an exact square. And the reason I did that was I wanted to look more aesthetically pleasing. Though I do believe I've got to move this further out in order for it to be a perfect square. If anyone else has any comments, suggestions, questions, please comment on the video or email me, krmulliger@gmail.com or uzumakibro93 @gmail.com. Thank you.